In this video, I will be creating an index for the first exercise of your Styles and Table of Contents assignment. I have the document open. I'm going to go to the end of the document, so I'm going to press Control End to get to the end of the document. Now I want a new page, so I'm going to press Control Enter to get a new page. I am going to type the heading index, and I want that centered, want it bolded, and a size 36. And you'll notice I have an indent on this line, so I'm just going to take that indent off. Now, the next thing I need to do is start a brand new document and type the words in there that I want in my index. I've provided those to you on your assignment sheet. So I'm just going to quickly copy them and paste them. So I've selected them and copied them. And then I'm going to go to a new blank document and I'm going to paste them. So here they are. When you are setting up a file like this, you need to actually make sure that you've used the Enter key after each word. If you use Shift Enter, it's not going to work. It actually has to be the Enter key. Also, the file is case sensitive, so every word will be case sensitive. So in this case, I'm looking for DTP in uppercase only. If it's in lowercase within my document, it's not going to find it. So just be aware of that. It is case sensitive. So I've asked you to save these as DTP indexed entries. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to save these to my folder. I'm going to call them DTP index entries. I'm going to close that document. I'm back to my document that I want to put the index in. So I'm just going to have a quick scroll through this so you can see. There's my table of contents. And here's my document data. Now I'm on my index. Inserting the index will require you to click the Insert Index button twice. The first time you will auto-mark your entries. The second time you will set up your window with the settings you wish to use for your index. So in this case, we're going to go in and do our auto-mark first. So I'm going up to the references, and from there you'll see you have an Insert Index button. And in here it shows you a preview of what your index will look like based on this setup. I'll go through that in a few minutes. Before you actually do auto mark, I would like to tell you to make sure you actually have a copy of this file somewhere else, because once you've auto marked it, to go back in and unmark it takes a little bit of work. So if you've messed up with your entries that you auto mark, it could be a little bit of work to go back and adjust your file. So I always suggest just having a duplicate of your file before you do the auto mark. What I want to do right now is just choose auto mark. If you choose mark entry, you are manually marking the entry, so that could be a word or a phrase you would like to see in your index. We are just going to choose auto mark, so I'm going to click auto mark. And then I'm going to find the file that I had just saved, which was called DTP index entries, and I'm going to click open. Now it kind of looks like nothing happened, my screen just flashed, but if I scroll up through my document, you'll see these XE with the wording beside it inside of quotations, and these were the words that were within that document that we had created, so our index entry document. So my entries have been marked. I'm going to come back down here. I want to make sure my index is left aligned, so I'm going to left align it. And then I'm going to go back to references, click the insert index button again. I would like to see my index as an indented index. So you will see it's indented like this. Run in, you'll notice everything just runs together. It makes it really hard to see. So I like the indented. That's my preference. So we're going to leave the type at indented. I want it 2 columns, and you can change this to as many columns as you want. I don't think I've seen an index that is more than 3 columns. So 2 to 3 columns usually. I want the page numbers right aligned, so you'll see the preview change. So I'm going to right align the page numbers, and they automatically come up with a dotted leader. You have the option of a dash or a solid line for your leader as well. I'm going to leave it at a dotted leader, and then I'm going to click OK. And there you go. Your index has inserted. You have your show hide button on. So if you go and turn your show hide button off, you'll see all your entries. So if all the entries do not appear in here, it's because your index entry file is case sensitive and you have not typed the index entries in the correct case.